Here's a look at the market, the mini S&P for Tuesday, November the 30th, 2010. The market's been moving around pretty good as far as being mostly contained and not trending, obviously, as it's been doing here for almost a couple of weeks. Had that bull run up since the beginning of September, and now it's certainly taking a pause, although we are getting good ranges within the day, which is offering some excellent trades. So, of course, we're looking at the profiles here. This is yesterday's, this is today's, and this is what occurred in the overnight session. So this is where the overnight session is where we left off yesterday, and the market obviously had a pretty good sell-off. We were thinking that quite possibly we might find some support in around 83. Did not occur. It occurred somewhat later in the day, but, or I should say in the regular trading hours. But you can see here that when you take a look at Friday's range, and now we've got today's inside day, the market is obviously consolidating, and so we have been monitoring the 74 area of support, and it got just dipped below it yesterday and today. So this is obviously a key area of support. Should the market hold below 74, really the next level down is about 67, so that would be a nice little 7-point move. On the resistance side, we're really looking at the market finding some resistance, probably in around the 83 area, right up in here is what we're estimating right now. So the market really doesn't have any kind of directional bias. It's just maneuvering back and forth in that auction process, going back and forth right now in a longer time frame basis, developing horizontally. And so that's why we don't really have a read on it as far as having a bullish or bias, directional bias. It just doesn't have that right now. So that's really what we're looking at, and where we expect to see some sort of support and resistance coming in tomorrow. Here's the market profiles, just the regular trading hours. You can take a quick look at them. And here's our chart for today with our software, and you can see our trades. We had, well, let's take a look at the long trades. They started first. We had long indications here, 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 another one here, and then later in the day over in here. We had some sell indications here, here, and here, and here, and then later in the day here and here. So obviously we don't take all of these trades. As a matter of fact, you can see our intraday filter here was either bullish or neutral the entire day. And as a result, we actually only took one short trade, and that was based on the fact that going into today, we had felt that 83, 84 area would act as some pretty good resistance, and it did here, and it came off. So we actually did take this trade right here, that short one, but the other short trades we did not. Also at this time, by the time it was filled right here, you can see our trade is identified in real time with the down red arrow, but there's also the entry price and the dashed red line right there. So it was a good fill right in here, and it did drop before it moved on higher, so it did turn out to be a nice trade. But our first trade of the day was down in here. It was an indication here to get long right here, but unfortunately we didn't get filled. It hit our price, dipped down to our buy limit order, but no fill. We did get filled just a few minutes later here, and had a nice run up here. And that particular trade moved 4 1/4 points in our favor, and 1 3/4 points on the final partial, so a nice trade there. This next long trade we did not take because we were already in that current long trade. These short trades here, as I mentioned, we did not take, so this is our first trade here, which had the good run up, and then our second trade wasn't until this one over here. And then as the market held over in here, we had our third trade over here, which turned out to be a great one. We had a long entry, as you can see right in here. This trade was not taken because we were already long. We did get long over here for the fourth trade. By the way, this third trade here was pretty nice. It did move 3 points quickly, 3 points in our favor, so no worse than hitting our first two objectives and plus a point on the final partial there. And then just late in the day, there was a couple of short trades here. This one worked out great. We didn't actually take that trade. It had moved back above this 83, 84 area that we had mentioned before as potential support slash resistance. So we didn't actually take that trade. And then the market came on down. So we didn't take either of these short trades here. So we had the early long one. Um, and then that second, actually, I forgot to mention this one here, which was actually the second trade. This one here was the third, and this was the fourth and fifth. So we actually had 5 trades today. So a pretty profitable day. The software really helped us out with our filter here, showing us the bullishness within the intraday bias, and really helped us out in that regard. Only taking the one short trade based on the fact that we did have resistance, known resistance ahead of time. In other words, going into the day at that area. So we did take that trade with the filter being neutral. So that was it for today, and some of the areas that we're looking at for tomorrow. Still looking around 74 to 85. The market might find some support around that 74, 75 area, and then the resistance, as I just said, around 85, 83. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@emnidaytrader.com, or give us a call. Phone number's on the website. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you again tomorrow.